Hey everybody, it's Courtney, and here is the NECA diorama that I got from bigbadtoys.com. I've been ordering a lot of pre-order stuff from there. I ordered this back in, I think, August or September, and it finally came in. I ordered 2 of them because I have another set of the movie Turtles, and I'm going to do the Super Shirt and everything else, and sell them and whatnot. But anyways, so here we go. I'm going to do an unboxing of this. I hope everybody enjoys it. Here we go. So I took everything out of the box. Here is the manual instructions as far as constructing this thing. It doesn't look like there are many pieces to it. I imagine that the cartoon one that's going to come in next year is going to have more pieces to it, but it'll probably be the same as far as construction wise. It just looks like the cartoon. And then here are the different instructions for it. Here we go. Alright, so it looks like this is the 2 sheets for the part list right here. And I'll do a close-up of them so you guys can see it. But it says it has 40 bricks. I hope it's not. Looks like it's like a screw, but I hope not. I hope it's just, and then you just move on with it. Top to do a city backdrop. Some of the parts, looks like some bricks, mailbox of some sort. Piping for the side of the building. I'm guessing these are windows. And I don't know what those are yet. Probably pegs so that you can peg your characters into them through the feet. Trying to get the brick out, I thought that they were connected, but apparently not. And hence these holes for those 40 bricks. Oh no, I'm gonna have to do each individual one. But the detail looks great. All right, tip number 2. Well, tip number 1 is when you take the brick out, you probably just wanna cut the plastic down the middle and then pull them out individually. Tip number 2 is when you're pulling them out of the sleeve, watch out, because I threw it across the room on accident, but it proved to be very durable. Yeah, it looks like that plastic went with the plastic squares. Belong for the windows. Everything just about out of the plastic except for the little accessories. I don't want to lose those. This apparently is going to be the sidewalk in the street, obviously. And then you have your walls, and then build it from there. So, let's go ahead and do this thing. I will have to admit, this was one of the most frustrating things that I had to do, was trying to put this thing together. So at the bottom of each floor, there's basically a lip with, you have a lip on one side and a lip on the other side. And you have to slide the lips in there and then push the side panels down at the same time in the pegs. So the easiest thing to do was to line up the pegs, push it down slightly on there, and then try to slide each side in there as you did it. So you do one side at a time, and then you just work your way through the middle to it. It was just frustrating. You'd think they would have it to where it's like a rotating hook or attachment at the bottom to do it, it would be a much easier to do. But anyways, yeah. Oh, and like, subscribe, and share with others if you'd like. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. The funny thing about this part is that I'm speeding this video up, right? Trying to show you guys in real time. This took a good, I don't know, 6-7 minutes to do. Just to do this. It was so aggravating. So aggravating, but worth it. But aggravating, but worth it. Alright, so there's the 2 window panes for the 2 windows. They have foam on, not foam, but a plastic strip on them. Looks like these pop out. Do they pop out? I'm trying not to. There we go. Yeah, it does pop off. It does pop off the walls. There are a couple of different places where you can pop them off and do them at. So I'm going to see if I can do this in the camera. And there are pegs in here that apparently are supposed to fit on the peg holes so that they slide right in. That was easy. And there you go, like you can see it. I'm gonna do that with the other one as well, but I'll move on. Alright, so it also came with these columns with the piping on it. And in the instructions it shows that it goes on the outside of a little, I would call it a garage, but it's not even big enough for it to really be a garage. Alright, so on this one it doesn't have an arrow on the, that's why I should have told you guys, on the walls it has arrows pointing down and a letter on it. So like this is S1, so I assume it's Street 1. And I'm supposed to be able to put this right here. And on the street, it kind of looks like there are cracks on them. Looks like there's pegs for these to go into. I can't really see them on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and put it together and fast forward the video. All right, tip number 3 or 4, I think it's 3. This column, even though I had the street placed in here, it was still a little separated, so I had to, you know, mash them together, and then I could get the top, but the bottom was still kind of rough. I had to force it in there and it clicked like that. So just be careful with it. It might have been easier to do this first with this and then put it on the street. They have holes at the top of the bricks, and you just slide the pegs into it and it clicks. Okay, now let's get the other. These came apart in when I was taking them out of the bag, which is okay because they're made to do that. Each individual window also, there's certain spots on the brick that you can actually pull out, I guess to say someone can burst through it, you know, if you're just playing around with it. Also, on this diorama, let's see if I can flip it around. there's enough storage in there where you could throw your figures in there if you wanted to put them away, or you know, if it's a child's plaything, they could throw their figures in there and then you wouldn't have to worry about it. I would imagine you can do it in the top level as well. They say up to 30 figures can be on here, so you can throw it in there, or maybe their accessories you can throw in there and just take off the brick and then go in there, because I think it has a slit that goes down the back with the along with the nighttime mural that's on there to kind of seal it up. So yeah, it's gonna be great in the turtle lair. Let me go ahead and do the windows. Alright, so I'm going to assemble this with the outer pieces and the piping, which has a hole on it. So I guess if you wanted to get it wet, you could, you know, do that. It would actually work. I don't know why you would, but you know, it's just cool. The extra realism to it. I don't know if they did it on purpose or if they just got lazy or whatever. But anyways, let's get to this. So I'm gonna go ahead and build this together before placing it on the first level to see if that's easier to do versus what I had did before with the bottom level. And this is going to interlock. Okay, so this brings up a good slide in? Yeah, I think it just slides in. Or maybe it just... Of course that's gonna fall out. Alright, so it looks like on the back, these are supposed to line up and slide right in. So I'm trying to do it on top of this thing, so I'm just going to see if maybe I can. Shouldn't matter. Yeah, I should connect. I'm trying to look to see how this is. At the bottom, is it line up? Is it like this? Okay. Okay, I think I figured it out. It feels so fragile, I don't want to damage it. Oh, yeah, that's good. Oh, maybe slide it up this bit. This is frustrating. You would think that would just like, you know, walk. Maybe, even though that would make any sense. Because now once that's up and the other side's down, that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna turn this off and then turn. Okay, this thing was a mofo to put together. So I'm gonna try to remember to state this in the beginning, maybe a voiceover or maybe to the side where it tells you guys. But this feels so fragile. Trying to slide it in and connect it so it snaps together and interlocks. I had to take these windows out in order to be able to do that. You know, to kind of stabilize it, to connect them. So what I would suggest to do is whenever you're initially open up the box and you're taking the bricks out, do not separate them. Try to keep it together as much as possible, and that way you don't have to worry about trying to snap them in place, because it does feel like they're gonna break. I don't think it will, but it never hurts to be cautious. And so now I'm trying to place this drainage pipe in here. I got it in, so there we go. And then it popped. That was a lot easier doing it with it not attached to the street. So I'm gonna get the sides on there. This one has the arrows, 2 and then down. And then 2 and then down. Okay, so right here at the street, just like on the first floor, I don't think I showed it, it slips for the little tongues that are underneath at the bottom there, right? And you have these little pegs here so that you can slip it on there. So you need to, as you slide it in, push down on the side so it clips in there. It took me a little bit to get the first floor done. Hopefully I can do this with the second floor while still being filmed, because it took me a while. I had to just go ahead and cut and redo this, so let me do this. Might that work? Might help if you take the windows off to kind of plop it down in there. And these feel fragile as well, but just work both sides and then you can push it out eventually. Okay, that was a lot easier to slide in there. There we go, there we go. And then this one. Go ahead and slide out and in. There we go. There we go. There we go. Everything just popped in there. Look at that. Did it in one take. Did it in one take. Go ahead and put this in here. It's gonna look pretty dope in the turtle there. Don't know why sometimes it slides right in there and sometimes it doesn't. But I am glad that it's tight enough to where it stays in place once you get them in there. See the popping sounds? It sounds like you're gonna break it. It also feels like it, but it is pretty durable though. Still good quality, I think. That one is much easier to pop in place. There we go. Okay. So now, just need to get the top on there. Alright. I just have the pegs. There we go. All right, what I was saying about the first floor, there's plenty of room to place your figures in. Second floor, not so much. It's just maybe an inch of room versus the bottom, but you can still pop out one of the windows or the brick and you can slide your accessories or your turtles in there. So this thing is saying that the 40 individual bricks I'm supposed to use to plug up these holes here and there. And trying to look to see what they plug up exactly, and it doesn't look like it plugs up the interconnection between them, so I don't really know why they're needed unless I'm not seeing something. Anyways, I'm gonna put the bricks in there, and then you have structure beams to go up top, obviously to stabilize the top so that you can place your figures up there, and then the backdrop goes in the back so that you can slide it in, and it does cover everything from the back side. But I at least wanted you guys to see this. I'll go ahead and construct everything else and then do some shots afterward of what it looks like. so you can get an idea of how good it looks. And pretty impressed by it. Let's see if I can do this so you can see everything. That's what I was saying about the back side where you can store everything at the bottom. Not necessarily at the top though. It's not as heavy as it feels like it is in the box, probably because it's all in a central area versus it's spread out, but I am definitely happy about what it looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share with other people, and here goes some shots. Tip on these, the pegs, one is slightly bigger than the other, so it matters how you place it in there. Just pay attention to the diagram and you can't go wrong. Basically, this fat part is going to be pointing out towards the front of the building. Okay, this thing isn't really as difficult as I'm making it, but I'm learning as I go. See right here? It's not touching down because it needs to slip in that lip, that gray into the brown, like you had to do with the street. And I've been fighting it for the last like 5 minutes until I finally looked, because you gotta put this in there. I tried placing the building on there without it, but it won't do it because of this lip. You have to place this piece on there before, after you've already placed the roof on. Make sense? I hope so. And now, as you can see, with it tight, I can put the Raptor on there now. There's about 5 or 6 of them. So you get these to place on the back of this, and then the back drop will attach to it with some pegs to keep it in place. Day or night with this backdrop. Cool. As usual, thank you everybody for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and share with others. Like I always say, have a better day, have a better month, and have a greater year. Have a good one, everyone.